Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Kevin, and it's been a really long time, since I've made music, like really good music. I was stuck up with my college, I was stuck up with my internship studies, a lot of other things, but now I'm finally free. My NSEM's over, and I got shit ton of time to, do what I love to do, that is to make good music. So, this is the first beat tutorial of my channel. I used to post like type beats and stuff, but this is the very first beat tutorial of my channel. For my beat introduction, I used to make music from like 5 years. I started making music when I was in 9th grade, and I'm still making this today, and I'm still making music to this date, thanks to God, thanks to all the good people around me, and thanks to myself for believing in me, So let's begin at the tutorial. So this tutorial particularly, I'll be talking about, making a guitar type of beat for Destroy Lonely, and I'll be breaking a beat that I made. So talking about Destroy Lonely is a rapper from playboi Carti's record label Opium. He has this really ambient, ethereal kind of sound. If you look into his earlier sounds, which was around 2021, 2023, you could actually hear that ambient, serene soundscape. When you hear his songs during that era, it literally makes you feel like you're just transporting into other world. I feel like now he's shifting to kind of mainstream beats, not entirely mainstream, but you can hear a little bit of trap mainstream beats influence in his music, and he really has an immaculate flow on guitar beats. Baby, Dream About Me, How You Feel, and If Looks Could Kill. All of these songs which he has on a guitar beat, it just sounds immaculately good. So let's just get straight into the tutorial. So for the first sound right here, I have a guitar from Synology. And it's called as ST guitar. It's an electric guitar. I'll play you the melody. As you can see, I have actually strummed these chords a bit. I have cut these chords into a lot of places actually, so that, it really gives that kind of guitar rhythm to it. And I've added a lot of post-processing to it, so I'll show the mixer channel. So the first thing I added to my guitar is a decapitator, and I set it to industrial mix, and I have lowered the drive down. So what decapitator does is that it gives you a little bit of saturation and distortion to your instrument so that it sounds grungy, like from a vinyl tape or something. So first thing I had on is a decapitator. Second thing is a fruity reverb default preset. Third is a fruity delay. I set it to ping pong and adjusted my time according to my needs. And Fab Filter Pro Q3 to cut all the low end down, and halftime to add a bit of variation. So I'll show you the halftime melody which I made. Yeah. So what halftime actually does is that it kind of slows your melody down, and it still keeps it in, the grid. So I've set it to 2 bar, and I've set it to half the lower of my original pitch. And what I did actually is that I made a unique pattern of this MIDI, and I actually transposed this MIDI 1 octave up. So it sounds exactly the same, exactly the normal pitch that I had in the previous guitar MIDI, The only difference is that it is a bit slower in pacing. So this is what halftime does to a melody. So the next melody I have right here is from Pigments, and this is basically a layering melody that I added from Pigments. And the preset that I use is called as Ancient Being. So I'll play you the sound right now. Yeah, so nothing really fancy, nothing really crazy going on here. I just copy pasted the guitar melody onto the Pigments, and really I just really did nothing, and I actually kind of equaled all the velocity of the notes, so it just actually sounds same from all notes. It hits at the same time with equal intensity. So this was the second melody. The third melody right here is a distorted guitar lead from Xenology, and it's called as Distorted Fingers. I'll play the sound real quick. So yeah, nothing really crazy. I added this distorted guitar as a lead melody for my main melody, and last but not the least, a accent lead from Xenology is called as the fat mask lead, and I'll show you the sound as well. Yeah, so nothing really crazy. A lot of reverb, default preset, a lot of delay, ping pong, and I set it to the time that I actually needed it to delay at. So nothing really crazy on the post processing as well. So yeah, that is pretty much it for the melody, and I'll actually play all the melody for you guys to listen together. So just yeah. Yeah, so that is how all the melodies together sound like. Next, moving to the drums, I'll show you the drums. Yeah, so for the first sound from the drums, it is an 808 from, I guess, from Aided Mate's drum kit. It's called Dominate, and this is what it sounds like actually. It really has a punchy, kind of sound to it, and this is what the pattern sounds like. Nothing really crazy. All I did is just I made a really, really simple pattern. And while making 808s, while drawing 808s on your piano roll, remember to always keep them on key and, paste and follow the bass line of the main melody so that it stays in key and it sounds really well, really nice. So this was my 808. The second thing that I like to show you all from the drums is my hi-hats. So this is basically a one-step hi-hat, pretty classic in underground beats these days, and this is what it sounds like. Yeah, so nothing really crazy. What I did is that I actually randomized all of the velocity of these notes so that it kind of creates a bit of variation and a bounce. It will not be too much audible for a normal listener, but if you have like really good sounding earphones, you can actually hear the difference in the velocity of the hi-hats as well. So these are my hi-hats and this is my snare. So this snare actually is from an indie rock drum kit. This is what it sounds like. And this is what the pattern sounds like. Yeah, this is what the pattern sounds like. And I've added a few snares, extra snares as well. The classic trap snare, really, really tight, really, really nice and crisp. This is what it sounds like. And at the end, I added a roll. Yeah, perfect. This is what it sounds like. And the drums entirely are not over. These are my hi-hats right here. Have I enabled the hi-hats? Yeah. These are my hi-hats right here. I did a bit of reverb so it has that atmospheric reverby effect to it. So I'll play you guys all the drum sounds together. Yeah, so these were the drums, and I have arranged it in a really, really simple manner, nothing too fancy. And this thing right here is an automation for my halftime plugin, which I added on my main guitar melody. At the starting, there is my producer tag. At the end, there's my producer tag. And yeah, that is pretty much it for the video. It's my first time making a tutorial, honestly. If you have any kind of critiques regarding what should I improve in, drop them down in the comments below, because I'm really open to criticism. It actually helps me improve a lot, gives me insights about what I should actually improve, what I should actually not improve. You know what I'm saying? Like what actually I'm good at. No disrespect to anyone. But yeah, this is it pretty much. This is pretty much it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want me to make any other kind of tutorial on FL Studio or any kind of underground artist, because that is what I specialize in, and EDM music as well, drop them down in the comments below and I'll try to cover them as well. So thank you so much guys for sticking with me. Peace.